Spring break bust. This is where we have boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives check in on their boyfriends, girlfriends, kids that are on spring break. Jose, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
What do we do for you? Who are we checking in on?
I was just calling to check in on my daughter and her friends. They're all staying at our cabin for spring break this week in Tahoe. Normally we rent it out as an Airbnb, but she convinced my wife and I to let her and a few of her friends go up there. I just want to make sure she hasn't burned the place down, She's really good at convincing us to do things, but I don't know how she's going to be at keeping her friends under control at the house and all that, make sure the cabin's still standing. We got a lot of memories there,
Like how many total kids are in there?
Oh gosh, I think 5 plus like her childhood friend, my best friend's son. Yeah, I think so. I think that's right.
Ooh, so guys and girls that said cabin. Oh la la!
Ooh.
How do you feel about that, Jose?
Anybody other than Rob, I would be a no to. But I mean, they've known each other since they were little kids, so it's not a problem at all.
What's your daughter's name?
Bella.
All right. We're going to get her on the phone and ask her to be a reporter. Is Tahoe a big spring break destination? I have partied there once, by the way.
I know a lot of people go there for like the summertime, so I wouldn't be shocked if there was some stuff going on in spring break.
Well, I mean, your parents have a cabin there.
Right.
Like,
it's a party. It's a party
you
anywhere.
will make it a party.
Right.
Yeah.
I went there, parked my car at a hotel. I was with my wife, and I left the car on and went inside and gambled and got drunk and woke up the next morning and left the key in the car with the car on and had to wait for it to run out of gas.
Oh, no.
That's part of what I remember from that trip.
That's terrible.
All right, we're going to call Bella. We're going to ask her to be our spring break reporter, Jose. And what you do is you stay quiet, okay? But we're going to take a quick break, so make sure we can get her on the phone right now to make sure she's down to be our reporter. So hang tight. A dad checking in on a daughter, you guys.
Bad news.
What could go wrong?
Spring break bust continues next with John Jay and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich. We are like a whole vibe.
It's John Jay and Rich. You got Jose on the line. He wants to check in on his daughter, who's celebrating spring break in Lake Tahoe, staying at their cabin, which is usually an Airbnb, but they decided not to rent it so that his daughter Bella and some friends could go there. We know she's with 5 or 6 people. One of them is a guy named Rob, but Rob's a cool dude, right? Rob, you've known your whole life, right, Jose?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let me check in.
My best friend's son.
Best friend's son, okay. All right. Hey, Nick, what's up with Bella? Is she cool to be a reporter?
Yeah, she sounds ready. She does seem to have had a wild night last night, though.
Okay. All right. Hey, Jose, you stay quiet, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Bella, you're cool to be our spring break reporter?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for jumping on the air with us. So we've had reporters in Cancun, San Diego, Cabo, Miami, Palm Springs. We have not had anybody report for us from Tahoe. So that's cool that you're willing to jump on the air with us. And normally what we do is we want to find out what the vibe is, like where you're staying, who you're with, and kind of what's been going on the last couple days.
Well, spring break has been so much fun. Probably the best one we've had. We're staying in the comfort of my cabin. So we've really let loose. And as the spring break reporter, I have all the tea.
That's what we want. Okay.
Go, Bella.
So I've been spending time with actually one of my childhood best friends, and our parents are best friends too. And the other day, oh my gosh, I was changing, and it was like the first day here, and he's my bestie. His name's Rob, but he like walked in on me, and I think it was an accident. We were both tipsy, and we ended up laughing about it. But he was like he started telling me how hot I was and how he's like always had a thing for me, but he didn't ever want to let me know or whatever. But he asked me if I would like be down to just like finish getting undressed for him, and I was like, oh God. I was like, what? But I was also drunk, and he was cute, so I was like, screw it, and why not? But now it's like turned into an everyday thing, and I just like to strip for him and like put on a show while he like handles his business. You know what I mean? But like I have a boyfriend, so I've never touched him. But yeah, because that would be cheating. But like
that would be cheating.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a fun side project kind of thing. I don't know.
Weird gray area.
Yeah, I feel like it's just been crazy. Like everyone else is hooking up with each other, and so I feel like what we're doing is just like the ABCs. I don't know, and they're all like on Molly and just hooking up, and I don't know. That's like normal for my friends though, but.
Okay, just so I can understand completely. You're not getting intimate with him. You're not kissing him. You're not touching him.
Yeah.
So every day, like, does he just say to you, "Hey, Bella, can we go to the back room for 20 minutes?" Like, how does he? Because it's just friends. Like, how's that conversation take place?
It's been at random times, but like, we kind of just catch a vibe.
And are you? It sounds like you're kind of having fun doing it.
Oh, totally, yeah. Like, it's like, you know, we're on spring break, and this is like, it's kind of natural to explore, and I just feel like, you know, it's kind of silly. Like, it's like a new, funny thing about our friendship, you know?
Funny thing.
Yeah.
What?
You're good.
This is this thing that we do.
Do you just strip in front of him, or like, are you like, I don't know, like what's enough? Is you like you're just a stripper at a club, or do you do anything else?
You know, just basic. It's just, I don't know. It's not like so serious.
Bella.
But, like.
Bella.
Totally
What
forgot
on
he was.
earth are you talking about? You and Rob? Are you serious right now? Dad. You and Rob. That's disgusting, Bella. You're telling me you've been messing around with Rob, my best friend's son? It's like your brother. Bella, how did this even happen? I'm sick to my stomach thinking about
I didn't
it.
mean for it to happen. It was a mistake. And I was drunk. And we were just having fun. Oh, my God.
But now it's a tradition.
I'm sorry. I don't want to disappoint you. But
Disappointment,
like,
Bella. Disappointment is an understatement. You're doing this while you have a boyfriend. Are you?
It's spring
You're
break.
in your
We're
mind?
just having fun.
What happened to all that talk about being loyal? How could you?
Okay.
You can have fun without crossing the line.
Well, wait a minute.
Doesn't
hold
sound
on.
like she's crossing the line.
Wouldn't you rather?
Does though.
Yeah, not in my brain. My brain, I think Rob. I'm so excited for Rob. This sounds like so fun. It sounds so kinky.
I
and
feel
fun.
like
Non-committal.
no, that sounds so awkward. Like I'm not a man, but like from the conversations I've had with men, like that's like a shameful thing to do. Like and then to do it in front of your childhood best friend, ew, gross.
Okay, but also, like, if you're Jose, you're thinking, like, this is totally going to ruin the whole dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
our families hang out and do stuff all the time.
Right.
Now he's going to have to see Rob and know that Rob's just checking out his daughter
Right.
naked the whole time.
But
Like,
if it
"Oh."
wasn't on Spring Break Bus on the radio, it wouldn't be. Nobody would know. Just them two.
That's true.
Just them
But
two.
now we know.
But what if it turns into a marriage?
I think it's kind of erotic. Oh, I don't think there's anything I mean, if it turns into marriage, okay. But I just
Well,
feel
wouldn't it be a great thing to talk about at the wedding is how we started our
Okay,
romance?
as a wedding guest, I don't want to know this story.
But to have that kind of a cool relationship with a friend, I think is awesome.
No way. I look at my guy best
You
friends,
would.
and that's disgusting.
What if they weren't in relationships? Let's say neither one of them was in a relationship. It's fun. That's kind of fun. Rich knows.
that
Rich and
leading,
Rich and I've been through this many times.
Yeah.
We go speak somewhere in San Diego. for the
Everybody
radio
loves
people.
my dancing.
Yeah.
I mean, Dad, I didn't want to hurt anyone, especially you. Obviously, like you weren't meant to know all of this, but I didn't think it was that serious, and I didn't think it would like turn into this.
I can't even wrap my head around this, Bella. It's like, what is this, an episode of White Lotus? This isn't just one mistake.
it's
You're,
pretty
like,
close.
ruining our families. You've known Rob forever, and now you're telling me this? I thought he was like family. You've got a boyfriend.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I didn't mean for that any of this to happen. I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would go far in any way. I just was trying to have fun with my friends.
She didn't have sex with him. I mean, it is safe what they did. They're friends. They're safe. I mean, it's sad
just
that
lead
Dad
to
knows.
drama.
Yeah.
But, like, if Dad wasn't listening, we would just be going, "Oh my God, that's crazy. That's whatever,
And
whatever."
we might also go, oh my gosh, don't you think that's going to like lead to some awkwardness and affect your friendship? Maybe.
I'm trying to look at the glass half full.
Of course you are.
It is a very
This
full
is the
glass.
greatest thing ever.
And like not us just glazing over the fact that everyone else there is like hooking up and doing Molly.
She said that's just normal.
She said that's what they do. So
Good
She's
catch,
not
baby.
hooking up with a stranger.
Yep.
We've heard spring break busts that are way worse than this.
right,
This
like-
is just
That's true.
Yeah.
good old fun.
Jose,
what if
could
they
be
never?
worse.
What if her and Rob after spring break they never do this again? It's just that one
Right.
thing in spring break that happened that one time.
at least you know Rob. You know he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Dad,
I won't be seeing Rob anymore, that's for sure.
You'll
Or-
see Rob.
Yeah.
what if you see Rob and now he's like that's the thing he does when he sees people in your family?
Jose's gonna
starts-
start
Hey,
stripping down.
Jose!
Jose, I'm going to need you to continue undressing.
Stripping
Oh
down.
my gosh. Wait, Jose, are you going to tell Rob's parents? You can't tell
No.
them. You got to keep this a secret.
They all listen to this show.
No.
They're all going to know.
No.
Well, thank them for
Well,
us.
now I feel bad.
Yeah, now I'm like, dang.
Tell him to skip today.
Yeah, tell them don't listen to during this time.
Take them out to breakfast when this runs.
All right, when do you come home, Bella?
Where do I what?
When do you come home?
Tomorrow.
Good. Well, then just pretend this never happened.
One more time.
All right? Yeah, you got one more night.
One more dance. One more song.
One more night of him shaking hands with Mr. Happy.
Thanks. I appreciate the support.
All right. That's
All right.
that's a spring break bust with John T and Rich.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a